Alright, so we are running in the LMP2, the LMP2 17 once again. Today we're at the Red Bull Ring of for week 2 of the LMP2 Prototype Challenge. Qualified P4 out of the 10 drivers who did end up qualifying. Um, had an off track on my first lap, so I had to take it a little bit conservative for the second lap. About half a second off of P3, but only a tenth faster than P5. 16 drivers in this race and we're the number 6 car. So I'll cut to right before we go green.
Your seat there, bud. Give those belts a good tug. Get a look at
Alrighty,
your
about to
steering
go
wheel there.
green
Make sure
here.
that thing's
These
buttoned up
guys were
right.
a little bit better at following the pace car than last week's.
Pace car's off.
Here
Have
we
a
go.
great day. Ready, green flag.
Seems like we got someone to our right, can't quite tell.
On your left.
Tried to hit the curb there to try and stay out of the just tried to not hit the other drivers, ended up flipping him though. Hopefully it didn't hurt him too bad though. See if we can hunt down Ignacio here. Try and give him the room because sent it a little bit hard there, a little bit excessive. He seems to be braking a little bit early on these early laps. So just try and keep it clean for the rest of the race, as we already do have a 4X. Just run a bit wide there. Then let the guy behind us close up. Jonathan behind us seems to be closing in a bit. Send that through, we'll just cross right over him and get back on the other side of him.
Clear, clear, clear. Right side. Clear.
Once again, try and get another crossover here. See what happens as we make our way into turn 3.
Still there. Clear.
Got a little bit loose there, ended up hitting the traction control, slowing us down a little bit on the straight. Looks like today we might be defending instead of chasing down the car in front of us like last week.
No problem, that's racing. That.
Looks like the two guys behind us might have dropped back a little bit due to a battle they might have been having. So hopefully they'll continue to fight and allow us to pull away as we try and hunt down Ignacio. See if we have some better consistency. It looks like the two behind us started to separate though. It looks like it will be a battle for 5th and 6th instead. It's a little bit earlier than I would have wanted to be on the brakes there heading into turn 2. I have to try and push back that braking zone a little bit. That's a bit of an early apex there. That corner was much better though. Looks like we're starting to close in a little bit on Ignacio in front of us. See if we can try and get another P2 here today. A little bit sideways there, but still able to gain a little bit here. Within a second now, only 9 tenths. Let's see what we can do. This is definitely probably the hardest corner here on the track. This or turn 3, as they're just very awkward corners. And for turn 2, if you cut it too deep, then you'll end up hitting a bump. And on top of that, you also have the sausage curve on the inside. A little bit too hot there. Caught a bit of understeer, and then the gravel on the outside. That's going to cost us a bit of time, as well as another 1x. Lost about 3 tenths of a second to 4 tenths there, and now we'll try and work to make that back up. Looks like we gained a bit of time heading in both directions there. See if we can continue that streak. Making our way into turn 2. Once again, a very awkward corner. Looks like the car behind us may have messed it up a little bit as he drops way back. Well over half a second.
That's my fault, dude.
Seem to be breaking pretty even here with Ignacio. Do want to try and get that number 2 spot, or at least have a battle for it. But I do want to make sure I don't get any more incident points, as we've already taken plenty. We do seem to be a bit faster through there than through turn 2 than Ignacio, as we gained another 2 tenths of a second, but Jonathan behind us seems to be closing that gap. So we may have to worry about him before we have to worry about Ignacio ahead of us. Give the car a little bit of extra brake pressure mid-corner there, which definitely did not help me. And the car got a little bit unstable there as well. Jonathan drops back a little bit. I'm gonna close that gap again up to Ignacio as Chris in the lead just pulls away from everyone. Flipped the curb a little bit there. Was able to keep the car under me though. Almost ran wide though. And if you run too far out there, you have the sausage curve on the outside, and that will end up bottoming out the car, which is of course never what you want to have happen. So a little bit thrown off there by Ignacio's braking. It looked like he was hitting the brakes a lot earlier than I was. But it did definitely help him to get a good run coming out. Making his way out of turn 2. Definitely didn't do very well through that corner as I lost a good amount of time headed in both directions. Seems like I had overslowed the car trying to make my way through there. Ignacio ahead of us ends up clipping the grass. Doesn't seem like we lost anything because of it though. Jeff now seems to be closing the gap behind us as Jonathan has now dropped behind him. Jeff in the number 1 car has got the highest I rating of the field. Looks like we close the gap by another 1/10 of a second to the car ahead of us. So we overshoot just a little bit. Very important to hit the apex of that corner, otherwise you do lose a lot of time and the car will try and push wide on you, which of course is never what you want to have happen. Especially here when you have all the gravel traps laid around the track. Close the gap again to Ignacio, the closest we've been all race. 0.6 of a second to him in front of us. It's a little bit late on the gas there, and that will allow him to pull away a little bit. Doesn't seem like we lost any time to him though. See what happens into this braking zone, because we don't know he does like to brake very early, as we can see. That'll allow us to get within 0.4 of a second now as we just reel him in. We'll see what he does. I'm not really sure what he does in this braking zone, so we'll have to be careful of that. We'll let off just a little bit early. Lost a little bit of time there as we did miss the apex like I was talking about in the last lap. You do lose a lot of time from that. So you have to overslow the car not to run wide on the exit. To broken even with him in front of us that lap. Because we're actually starting to reel in Chris a little bit. Yeah, he does seem to be slowing down a little bit. We've just the last lap he was about 4.5 seconds ahead of us. Now he's only 3.5. Wonder if he has an issue with his car up there. Jeff once again closing the gap behind us. He's only 1.5 seconds behind me now. Overshot the corner a little bit. That's going to slow us down and hurt our gap. But he gets a little bit loose on the exit there, and that'll allow us to close it right back up. We may be able to get a run on him heading into turn 1. Once again, thrown off by his braking, that forces me to lock up the tires and make a mistake, and that will allow Jeff behind us to close right up. Looks like Jeff wasn't ready for our braking zone that time, and so he dropped way, way back. Not really sure what happened to him behind us. Like I said, he might have had the same problem I'm having here with Ignacio. again, overshooting that corner. That's going to cost us big time. Let's see how long we got left. We only have about 5.5 minutes, and that's not going to help us at all. Yep, both ahead and behind seem to have closed that lap. See if we can try and close the one in front of us, but faster than the one behind us, though. Again, almost bottoming out that car on the yellow sausage curb on the exit. That would have really cost us a lot of time and possibly a position as well. Come right up to Ignacio here, see if we can possibly make a move on him into turn 3, but I don't think it's going to happen, as he's now 6 tenths ahead of us. Ran wide there. That's going to hurt us big time. The chef will once again close right back up to us. Jeff seemed to have dropped back a little bit there, and it's continuing to drop back. Doesn't seem to be too fast through that final corner. As we're almost down to only 3 minutes left in this race, everyone's going to start to be making their final pushes. So Ignacio got a little bit loose on the exit there. I don't think it's going to hurt him too much. It did hurt him a little bit, though. Actually, probably more than I had thought. Sadly, we got another off track there, but not only that, but we now have to worry about Jeff behind us. See if we can shoot past Ignacio here and have him worry about Jeff instead. Pop out right now.
Left side. Clear.
And we'll clear him heading into turn 1. So I hope I didn't have any contact with the two of them behind me, because they're both dropping back like crazy. We'll have to take a look at that after the race.
Sorry about that, Ignacio.
Looks like it might not have been on me, thank God. I've done my fair share of killing people already this race. I'll have to apologize on the guy in turn 1 after the race here. But that does give us the position to kind of have some smooth sailing here for the rest of this race. As long as we don't kill the car, we should be alright here. As we only have another minute left, we should be coming to the white flag now. That'll be another incident, which really is not good for me.
Coming to the white flag this time.
I'm going to be losing a lot of safety right in this race, that's for sure. But should get an alright I rating gain.
That's it, baby. Get up on it.
Actually a fairly good one, as we are the number 6 car and we are in the 2nd position now. Come into turn 2 for the last time. Almost overshooting it. Keeping all 4 tires on the grade though. As we exit turn 3 for the final time and making our way into turn 5 now. Again, a very awkward corner as it does fall away from you. Using all the track on the outside. So we make our way into the final 2 corners now to finish off the race here. That will be it. It will be another P2 for us. Second time in a row now.
Heads up.
We'll make our way across the line.
Checker this time.
Pull off over here.
Good, good.
Alrighty, here are the results from the race I just had. Lost 0.24 safety rating with 7 incident points. Gained 79 I rating. I don't feel too bad about the incident points that the high amount of incident points I had because across all 3 splits, only 5 drivers gained a safety rating off of that race. This was the second split out of the 3